Welcome back to the channel, dear friends. I'm deeply grateful for your presence, your curiosity, and your commitment to walking this path with mindfulness and sincerity. This space is a sanctuary for those who wish to go beyond surface-level spirituality, who long not just to learn Buddhist philosophy, but to live it, to integrate it into breath, thought, and action. Today we're exploring something truly essential. It's a question that might challenge you, but one that holds the power to reshape the very foundation of your practice. Are you using your intelligence to understand Buddhism, or are you using your heart? You see, many of us approach Buddhist teachings the same way we approach academic subjects. We analyze, compare, debate, and memorize. We attend lectures, read sutras, quote the masters, and feel proud of our expanding vocabulary. And yet, despite this intellectual brilliance, something remains untouched within us. We still get angry, jealous, anxious, and reactive. We still judge. We still suffer. Why? Because knowing is not the same as realizing. And interpreting is not the same as embodying. Let's pause here and consider this. If someone can quote the Heart Sutra from memory but cannot let go of resentment, is that true wisdom? If someone can explain emptiness in perfect philosophical terms but cannot forgive their partner, have they touched the Dharma? This is the heart of today's reflection. We live in an age where knowledge is abundant, but wisdom is scarce. Information is instant, but transformation takes time. And in spiritual circles, it's all too easy to hide behind cleverness. We become so skilled at speaking about Dharma that we forget to listen to it. So focused on decoding the teachings that we fail to let them decode us. Teachi once said, "The most precious gift we can offer anyone is our presence." I would add, the most precious gift we can offer the Dharma is our humility. Because without humility, intelligence becomes a trap. The ego loves to wear the mask of the wise one. It delights in correcting others, in quoting texts, in appearing awakened. But the true path is not about appearing, it's about transforming. And transformation happens not in the head, but in the heart. Let me tell you a story. There was once a brilliant lay scholar. He had read all the sutras, studied with many teachers, and could debate with the best of them. He visited a monastery to test the monks. One of the senior monks there was simple, not particularly eloquent, but deeply committed to his practice. The scholar asked him, "What is the ultimate meaning of the Dharma?" The monk smiled and said, "When hungry, eat. When tired, sleep." The scholar laughed, "I do that every day." "That's not profound." The monk looked into his eyes and said, "Do you truly eat when you eat? Or do you eat while thinking, worrying, judging, planning? Do you truly sleep when you sleep? Or do you carry your mind into the night, restless with regret and ambition?" The scholar was silent. That is the difference between knowing and living. In many traditions, it is said that even a simple person with faith and sincerity may reach liberation faster than a clever one who doubts and debates. This is not an attack on intelligence, it is a reminder that intelligence without surrender is incomplete. So how do we practice with heart? First, we must listen, not just with ears, but with our whole being. When you read a sutra, don't rush to analyze it. Let it speak to you. Let it sink into your breath. Sit with it. Let it break you open. Second, we must embody. Ask yourself, how can I live this teaching today? How can I make compassion real in my workplace, home, my own mind? Don't wait to be perfect. Practice in the messiness of life. Third, we must surrender. Let go of the need to be right. Let go of the desire to appear enlightened. Let the Dharma humble you. Let it wash away your pride, your conclusions, your labels. Fourth, we must feel. Buddhism is not just about insight, it's about tenderness. About holding your own suffering with kindness. about seeing the wounds of others and choosing love over judgment. Too often, we think that Buddhism is about becoming emotionalsis, but Teachi Halach taught us that true peace includes feeling deeply, that tears are sacred, that joy is spiritual, that being alive in this moment, fully, is the real miracle. So let's be clear, the path is not about rejecting intelligence, it's about integrating it with the heart. When wisdom and compassion unite, transformation begins. Let me share another story. A young practitioner came to his teacher and said, "I've studied all the major schools of Buddhism, I've completed several retreats, but I still feel stuck." The teacher looked at him kindly and asked, "Have you cried for another being's suffering? Have you spent a day in silence, not as a technique, but as a prayer? Have you looked into the eyes of someone you don't like and truly seen their pain?" The young man shook his head. The teacher said, "Then your path has not yet begun. You see, the journey is not just upward, toward clarity, it is also downward, into the depths of empathy. It is not just about seeing the nature of reality, but about feeling the weight of another's burden and choosing to carry it for a while. That is the Bodhisattva path, not the path of the clever, the path of the broken-hearted warrior who chooses love again and again. And this love must include ourselves. Because many intellectual practitioners use their minds to beat themselves up. I should be beyond this. I should be more mindful. I should understand emptiness by now. They turn the Dharma into a weapon. But Teachi Halach taught that understanding begins with embracing our humanity, not in spite of it, but through it. He would say, "You are enough. You are a flower. Your smile is a miracle." So ask you, dear friend, can you put down the sword of self-criticism and hold your heart instead? Can you bow to your confusion and say, "Even this is part of the path"? Can you trust that your pain too belongs? This is the shift from mind to heart. It doesn't mean we stop studying. It means we study to awaken, not to impress. It doesn't mean we stop asking questions. It means we ask with wonder, not with arrogance. It doesn't mean we stop being smart. It means we let wisdom blossom from the smell of compassion. The Buddha was not a philosopher sitting in abstraction. He was a healer, walking among the sick. He was a father to the orphaned, a friend to the outcast, a guide to the lost. His enlightenment was not an escape from the world. It was a complete embrace of it. And so must ours be. So if you've spent years in the books, come now into the breath. If you've mastered the doctrines, come now into the silence. If you've impressed many, come now to be humbled by the simplicity of this moment. Breathe. Smile. Feel. Let your practice be soft. Let it be sincere. Let it be alive. And let your heart lead the way. Thank you so much for watching this video. If anything in this message resonated with you, if you've ever found yourself caught between intellect and intuition, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. How do you balance study and feeling? What helps you come back to your heart? Please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who might benefit from this reflection. Your support means more than you know. Until next time, may your path be clear, your heart be open, and your wisdom be full of love.